Well, we are finally back. Welcome back to a new and exciting episode of the Amazing Av Files. I'm your
Yes.
host, Av. And what would the Av Files be if we didn't have Daniel of Arius and the Nation with us?
What's going on? Thanks for having me back. It's good to be back. It's good to be back in the seat. And everyone knows the A in AV stands for amazing. Or what is it? What is that? The word of last year? Enigmatic. But it doesn't start
Enigmatic.
with an A.
It
A
doesn't, yeah.
silent.
I was like, we could
Then
let's
the and the A stands for enigmatic.
enigmatic.
Enigmatic. Oh man. Dude. So,
We've been on a little bit of a hiatus.
yep.
Things have been going, been working on a couple things here and there.
Yep.
Life and all that good stuff.
All the good stuff.
Right. But today's episode, we have something very interesting that happened not too long
Oh,
ago. Oh, by the way, Happy New Year, everybody.
oh
Because
yeah, that's right.
it is. And we are stuck in the snow.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
It's snowing over
100%.
here today. Snowed all
Yes.
day.
Oh, snow days. Snow days are different when you have kids. A lot, really different. Yeah. But anyway, like, hey, what else? What are we doing today?
All right. So on this episode of the Amazing Ad Files, we will be discussing or taking a look at some video and talking about the alien sighting at the Bayside Mall located in Miami, Florida.
Ooh, all right. I'm gonna
Bayside
put it.
Mall is not
Oh,
the same thing as the Bayside High School. Some say by the bell.
oh, I didn't know that.
Different. It's different.
Now I do. So this is not footage of Screech.
No, no. I don't
Okay,
think
rest.
Zach is in there anywhere, but
Okay, cool.
this is interesting.
All right, so let me bring it up full screen. We'll disappear for a little bit, but we will always be here in your minds and hearts. Here you go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Esta es una llamada a todas las unidades de la ciudad de Miami. Esto es en Bayside ahora. ¿Qué hora es? 9:35 de la noche de hoy, 1 de enero, frente a Bayside. No sabemos qué está pasando. Bueno, para que sean testigos de cuando se produce una llamada a todas las unidades. Y las que vienen en camino.
So that's pretty much it on that end. But I would like the people to see the video, take a look at that, take a little gander at the video, leave any comments that you might have. And I don't know if anyone else has heard about it, but this is an incident that happened on January the 1st. January 1st of this year.
Got it.
This was New Year's Day. It was about 9 o'clock. It started around, I'm guessing about 9 o'clock. The gentleman in the video was speaking Spanish, and he just said the date, and he's just like, I don't know what's going on at the mall. Just all these cop cars are just showing up.
It's tons, guys. For those of you that don't reside in the States, you will never see this show of force ever, 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 ever. Okay, this is not a normal response, right? Unless they've are what, trying to catch El Chapo. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it has to be a big.
eh,
I mean, there's got to be like something like really, really serious going on
yes,
for a
because
response of that nature to happen.
for them all to congregate like that, that means they're not out doing the other jobs,
Right.
which means this is number one priority, whatever
Right.
this was. Right? So that's insane. There was at least 200 police cars.
It honestly, when I was looking it up, I was thinking like, man, it's like 100 cops or something, right? It was literally like 200 police officers that showed
That's
up, and they literally
insane.
surround the whole. They're like surround the whole mall.
That's
Okay,
nuts.
so the incident that was taking place apparently was now Bayside Mall is an outdoors mall. Basically, there's no it's just they just have stores lined up or whatever, and it's totally open, so you can just walk out. There's no roof unless
Oh,
you
got
walk
it.
into a store.
Got it. So it's like
Totally open.
storefront.
Yeah, but it's like a big mall. I guess because if it's Miami, it's fresh air. Everyone's out there. It's walking out,
Got
so
it.
you're outside like the whole time. So, and there are videos online of other people saying that they were there, and there are videos of people running in a mall, but the mall's got a roof and stuff. That's not the same video. So there's some stuff that's been coming out, and they're not the real videos. So that part is another thing that we.
So if you see a video, you type this in, and you see a roof or like they're indoors, this is not the same incident.
Not the same incident. Okay. Not the same incident. But the police had at the mall had gotten calls of a disturbance, and as a report of about, I think they said like 20, 30 kids that were fighting. They had, I guess they had sticks or whatever, and they were lighting firecrackers, fireworks, and setting them off and at the mall area and like throwing them up at people. And for whatever reason, then that's what caused all these cops to come down there. There is a video that leaked out. I think we have that one too. That out of what people were saying was like a 10 foot tall being in front of the mall, and that's what caused the response of the police.
Yeah. All right. Give me a sec while I pull it up. Give me a sec, guys, while I pull it up. You know how amazing we do audio and video here. Okay. Let me make it full screen. All right, here we go.
This is pretty interesting.
All right, and it is muted, guys, so don't try to listen in hard because you're not gonna hear nothing.
Don't turn your volume up all the way.
Your audio's off, guys. Like no, I muted it. All right, so here we go. Let me bring it up. Ready? Here we go. And we can talk over this. So
yeah. Okay, so that's in that circle. That's what people were saying is an alien or was an alien. People were saying that's three people walking together as one. I guess they were
no.
But at the same time, if that was three people walking as one and they were after them, then why were all those cops there?
Yeah,
that's not the mall.
Hell is that?
That's a different.
This is a different mall. So, okay, here it is. This is it.
This is the outside.
Try to pause it.
And right there. Pause right there. See that?
Right
you can
there.
see them.
Right here.
That is. Yep.
Right it there. Looks like feet to head.
Right. And people are saying that's three people walking together.
I don't think so.
Why would three men walk side by side together
when the whole of Miami is out? Like,
right.
Yeah. Like, let me just keep playing.
It's interesting. Yeah.
Look at that. Well,
and that's video of people running away. Yeah, see, and that's why people were saying it did look like there was more than one person, right? So.
It did because of the foot, the shoes.
Yeah.
Like yeah. But hear me out. Why would you
look at all those cops? Look
Yeah,
at all those
that's
cops.
nuts.
Is that, and that's for 3 people? That's going to
No.
be for 10 kids?
Insane. You know how much funding that costs everyone?
There's quite a there's a little twist to this too, which might spark some interest.
But you know what though? You know what though? Okay. Oh, let me keep playing it. I mean, it's only 3 minutes. Let me keep playing it. We'll minimize the screen in a little bit. This guy
That's not an
is
alien.
probably
That's
saying
a
something.
guy witness that was there.
That's
But
yeah. Should I stop it here?
yeah, just stop it. That's fine.
This is just him talking for the rest.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what I'll do? I'll pause it. Let me see. Let me run it back because right there. I'll just pause it there. All right, and then we'll
Now remember that view is from up top, so it does look a little distorted as well.
It does. It does. But hear me out on this though. Like, okay, if all of Miami's police force came out for you, you're not walking. You're booking it. And if this is an alien, you're not walking. You are hopefully trying to either fight and eat everyone or hiding.
So
This
look,
does not look
onto your point.
like. Mm-hmm.
If it's 3 people that are walking together and the police are out there, you mean to tell me that they're going to walk in a straight line together the whole time, going one way and then coming back? You know what I mean?
No,
No 3 guys are going to walk side by side and walk from one side of the building to the other.
No, and especially not on steps. I mean, that's just
Yeah,
not a
and
normal way to
that
do
seems
it.
weird, right?
Like you're on the top step, I'm on the second step, and let's just
Yeah, they're walking.
move together. Like
They're
that's
going to
just
walk together
weird.
like that. No. So
Yeah,
then
but then
there was reports of this. Everyone kept saying there's an alien, and that's what caused this big commotion. They did say there was kids over there, or there were loud noises, loud bangs going off like fireworks or firecrackers, but everyone's running. So at this time when this happened, there were reports coming out that that like if you try to record the video, if you're recording in the mall, your phone was all, you couldn't do it. If you had a video, it got deleted. Apparently there was a lot of people at the mall that took out their phones and were recording, and the videos and audio were deleted. They looked at their phones after and they're like,
wow,
what happened to where's the video for it? They want to like share it and stuff like that. There was reports of power outages in the area at that time, and people were like, where's pictures gone. There was a couple reports that I saw that the people were claiming that were there, that even police officers, supposed police officers, came up to them and said, did you see what happened? Did you, do you have video? Do you have pictures? Whatever. They said yes, and they told them directly to delete those pictures or they were going to take their phones. Yeah.
Wow.
Now here's another kicker for you. Okay. Here's another kicker for you.
Yeah.
The coordinates, if you look at the coordinates for Bayside, that area, Bayside Mall, if you flip it, it's actually the coordinates for, I think they said Antarctica.
What do you mean flip it?
So if it's like north, 60 degrees, whatever, however they look at the coordinates for it. If you
Antarctica, what is okay?
The aliens in Antarctica. So they're saying that the aliens might have shown up there, but by accident the coordinates got flipped and they ended up in Miami instead of going to Antarctica.
What are they doing? Sending like the local yokel aliens that don't
but that's
know how to
interesting.
fucking...
If you look on like the coordinates for it, yeah, and they said that if you flip it, it's for Antarctica.
That's nuts. Okay, so there's a couple things because I feel like this whole podcast journey we've done our best to be ish level-headed and play the devil's advocate, and it's kind of like, remember, we're just bringing up questions and reinstating the questions. There's never any fucking answers.
No.
Call
so hear me out on this. Whatever you want, that's fine.
Yeah. So hear me out on this. Okay, this is a 10-foot tall alien, right? Let's just okay, 10-foot tall alien in Miami. for some reason just walking down the stairs, right? Not up or down, just along the stairs. From a certain viewpoint, hold on, where is it? Let me see. Let me see if I can right here. Okay, let's just see. There's no police officers around. There's none. This thing is right here. There's absolutely no bodies anywhere near this image.
Right. There's
at
no
all.
cops like standing outside. And usually when they like cordon off a section, you're going to have, some cops around in that area. You would think that cops would be scattered all over the place.
Yeah. Now, hear me out on this. That means they just, both officers, because remember, guys, in the US, you normally, more than likely, on patrol, have two bodies in a police car. Two officers, right? That's what I would assume, especially for Miami.
If there's any cops out there,
for Miami.
if there's any cops out there, please write in the comments if that's true or not.
Because that means both officers just straight up left their vehicles.
They just jumped out of the car and left.
Like, you don't do that. I think. Now, hear me out. Remember, guys, I love my life. I didn't kill myself. All right. So check this out. This whole thing is a cover up of something bigger that we don't know about. I think possible terrorist plot attack, probably biological or nuclear, that was thwarted, because no one could know that shit was about to go down.
Is it one of those like Men in Black, like the Will Smith movie where, all these cars explode, but then they come out and they just zap you and make you forget? And you're like, oh no, it was a gas leak and all these cars blew up. You're fine.
No, well, because hear me out on this. Like, think about it. What causes masses to run? It's not aliens, because when the U.S. said, "Hey, aliens exist," no one gave a shit. There was absolutely zero giving of shits, right?
Well, it's a little different if I sit there and say, dude, Bigfoot's real. But then if you see Bigfoot running through your yard, you might shit your pants.
But then how many actually saw it?
Well, that's the tough part. That was the thing, that people were taking videos, taking audio, and it all disappeared. And there's a video of a young man who, he said his father was a police officer in Miami, and he asked his father, he got him, like FaceTimed him and whatever. Hey, Dad, can we talk about what happened? And his father said, we're not allowed to discuss it.
Wow.
Right. And he didn't say, he goes, was there aliens there? He specifically said he brought up aliens, and not the kind that come over illegally, the ones that come from outer space. Well, I guess they come over illegally too, but those aliens. Yeah. And he was like, I can't talk about it. He's like, you can't say anything like whether there was an alien or not an alien. Like, you can't say it. He goes, we're not allowed to discuss it. How many? Shit. And he even said, how many times do I have to, like, how do you want me to tell you? Yeah. I can't talk about it.
So here now, in my mind, it's more feasible for there to have been a big bomb threat.
Right.
I think that would be, I feel like humans are naturally curious, and we're stupid. If something happens, if there's a murder on the next block, people have their phones and they're watching it. They're watching the shootout. No one's dipping and ducking out. Especially not in Miami. Used to that shit. I feel like that's the background noise for a lot.
Right.
And then people are just naturally curious. Mm-hmm. The only thing that gets people running like that is imminent danger, is like actual, like, hey, put as much distance from this spot as you can.
Right. So they had to have seen I feel like they had to have seen something. They had to have known that there was some kind of danger for them to panic.
Now, hear me out. Now, if it was, because we have to see what's feasible, right? If it's an alien attack or alien sighting, I just don't. I feel like people are too curious about that shit. They'll be like, "Oh my god, is it friendly? Let's make it. Give it some gemstones or
Well,
play it some
well,
whatever."
again, maybe there was some people that were doing it, but their phones were deleted. Any pictures and audio, video recordings, all that, they said were gone. They
Yeah,
looked at their. A lot of people were saying that, like, oh, I did it, and I don't know why, but our phones weren't working. Our phones turned off. We turned them back on uh, after a while, and any videos and pictures that they had were gone. How does that happen? If
I
that's
just
true, remember again, we're just
yeah.
saying, we're just
No,
asking the
yeah.
questions. I'm
I
not
I
saying that it happened, but if it did happen,
I feel like no, I feel like it's always when you bring up like aliens and listen, I believe that they're aliens. I believe that they're aliens. I believe that this shit is possible to happen. I just feel like anytime a big story like this says aliens, what the hell's going on behind the scenes? What else is going on? Because I feel like it's a smoke and mirrors thing
mhm,
that it's like, okay, let's just dismiss the whole thing. Aliens were spotted, you know. I think it could have been something more serious that we'll never know about. I think this is more of a 24-hour TV show kind of episode than a Men in Black episode
right.
because whatever it was serious to dump
Well,
99.9% of the
all
police
of
officers.
Miami's police force were there.
And yeah, that doesn't happen. That is code red. That
Yeah.
is,
And
and the only
not for
time
a
you
bunch of
see,
teenagers
yeah,
that are fighting. You'll
no,
get like 10
no,
cop cars to go down there.
no,
Plus, if
yeah.
they did it, you would have seen videos of them arresting the teens and all this other stuff that's going on, and or been like, hey, we there's this guy running around, we want to talk to him, whatever. Person of interest type of thing. Nothing.
And
There was nothing.
now, now hear me out on this. If this was so high profile, right? Why aren't there any helicopters looking with the big ass searchlights either? Like, that's another huge thing. These guys were out there with flashlights. There was no helicopter in the sky with the fucking eye of Sauron just
Mhm.
like lighting up the whole
They
thing,
did
which
say
they
there
could have
was
easily done.
they did say that there was a video of a helicopter out there, but I wasn't sure if it was true or not.
Yeah, I don't see one, and I feel like if you amass this much force, there needs to be
There should
multiple.
have been at least one.
So there must have been a good reason for there not to be birds in the
Right.
air. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
There must have been like, and that's
Everybody was
another weird
grounded.
one too. Why was it? Yeah, why are there no more helicopters? Like why aren't they prevalent? Because this doesn't look like it happened in a second. To rally 200 police cars means this thing built and built and
Well,
escalated and escalated.
let me say that I feel like there had to have been something. I mean, how did they get? Do you think that's just a drone footage of the alien? That
Possibly.
okay.
Possibly, possibly. Someone was ready for, January 1st, maybe fireworks, so they had a drone. And they're like, well,
Mhm.
shit, let's just see what we can see. And like, yeah, police cameras are going to do a lot better than this footage that you're looking at right here, all
Yeah,
this grainy shit. This is definitely 100% drone. This is not state
state of the art.
nothing. No, no, this is Timu right here. But but this
Yeah,
is not, this is a Christmas present. This is wish.com aerial surveillance. So it's like, but something happened because, okay, hear me out. If let's say you're the first guys on the scene going to see the kids throwing fireworks and, fighting or whatever the ruckus was,
all right.
right? And then what does that guy say on his radio to get 200 cops involved?
Right.
Like, what
Even if
is
he
that?
did
Hey,
say
I need
they got weapons,
backup.
they're gonna.
Yeah,
I mean,
I need backup.
they'll come down there,
That
but a lot of the cops will be like, they don't have any guns or anything. There's a bunch of fucking kids that are
yeah,
hanging out.
yeah.
We'll
And if
just
there are guns, they'll send SWAT.
right. Then the helicopters will definitely come out because it's an
So,
open mall. I mean, a helicopter flies over, you can see everybody in it.
but this is nuts. I've never seen anything like this. 200 like, you don't even see that for a freaking police officer's funeral. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
That's absolutely chaos. not this is more cops in these frames than humans.
It's
Like
crazy. It's crazy. It's a
it's
lot. It's
crazy.
a lot.
So I okay, I feel like yes, there is something that sparked fear, like major fear, like whatever it was enough to get everyone out and all the humans away from the area. So whatever that is, and I feel like the cell phone videos and stuff like that, that's NSA shit. That's NSA stuff.
That
That's
that's that
that's
that's top level.
that's Big Brother. That's presidential at that point. Um,
Yeah.
to be able to do that. So either they're giving us an alien story to cover up
Something else.
something else, or
Or
it was, what if it was aliens? I just don't think the US would respond, or not the US, Miami. I don't think they would respond like this to aliens. Like, I don't think, I mean, unless they're like, we got aliens, and like, no,
right. We
extraterrestrials,
have
you
ETs,
know?
but
Yeah.
if it's like what is like who's gonna call? Who are you gonna call to like come get them? You know.
No, no one. No one. That's the thing. If it was alien or something weird, there's not enough black SUVs around there
Right.
for it to be.
There is no black SUV. None.
No, and they are quick with that shit.
Now if had I seen black SUVs going all over the place, I'd have been more like,
Aliens.
ooh,
That's like
that's something.
that's
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 something
something
right there.
different.
But 200 cop
You
cars
know,
for that, it's like, is it aliens? Is it Captain America
I
fighting somebody down in over there and like, oh
yeah.
shit, like some superhero stuff? I don't know.
I don't know. But it's interesting because I mean, all this kind of movement, all this stuff has to be sanctioned. This has to go through levels to get this many cops released.
Right. They all
Like,
just didn't hear the call and just decided to go to the mall at once.
yeah,
You
no
know,
one's like, "Hey, I need backup." How much?
all of
All of it.
it. Yeah.
Like,
We're there.
no, yeah, no one gets that kind of backup, right?
No.
Even if cops are being shot at, or unfortunately, if cops do fall in the line of fire, this is not
No.
a
It's got to be
normal
like
response.
severe, and usually they all, and I'm pretty sure they all don't show up at once.
Yeah,
They kind of like gradually, like as the threat level starts to get higher and higher. I think they
yeah,
gradually start,
but
adding more
this was
cops.
like, this is just weird. It's like I've never seen this. It's like a jailbreaking. They're like,
Yeah.
everyone now. It's like a planned sting. Like,
Right.
that's the other part. Like, what if it was a high profile like terrorist?
I mean,
But then again, that's usually black SUV stuff
Mhm.
right there too.
mhm.
There's too many cruisers. There's not enough. Usually when big things like that go down, you can tell by the vehicles. Like Explorer, everything's black. You're like, okay, this is FBI, this is
And I
feds.
didn't see any SWAT teams out there
No,
either.
no SWAT.
Mm-mm.
No SWAT. Usually that's like the ace in the hand of all police. If they're sending out this, that means maybe SWAT's already there. Maybe SWAT's already in position doing their SWAT stuff. Because let me
But
just check
I didn't
this.
see any like tanks out there because they have
Hold on.
the big vehicles.
Because I'm just skipping past the sound that resembled a gunshot. Yeah, but no one.
Everyone said there was fireworks or firecrackers.
Yeah,
Going
that's not enough to get. That's not enough to get.
It might
That's
sound
not
like
enough to get
a
200.
shot, but it's not. Yeah, you're not going to get.
Uh,
But there's
okay.
no video. There's no videos of kids. I haven't seen any videos of kids fighting. I didn't see any videos of kids throwing their firecrackers all over the place either. Which
Yeah.
I
See,
find
like,
interesting.
and in this frame, right? You can see my dudes. It looks like it could possibly be
Multiple.
a foot here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only shot. This is the only shot where it does look. Let me take it back some. How about that? Like, it looks like this is another foot, but they're moving in tandem, and that's weird. That's
Yeah.
really weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's
And
like they're walking together, and I have friends. We don't walk together like that. Like, why would you?
and then and then there's a lack of police presence right here, right
Mhm.
where this thing is being filmed.
Right.
There's no one there.
It's like the cops parked right there. They all got out and like ran somewhere else.
Past it.
Yeah.
They like ran past it, which they don't do, which they're not. It just like, there's no way they're like, let's go in waves,
Mm.
unless they're so untrained, which I'm not gonna believe that they're just like straight line, no tactics, just fucking everyone single file, let's go. Like that doesn't happen. So there's no situational awareness. So I think if this is a person, if this is two people, they know that the threat isn't them or near them, and the police have already cleared them, and then they're just like, what the fuck, I just want to.
Mhm.
They're just drunk. That it's New Year's. Like
Right.
let's just keep walking. And if it is an alien, where are the police? Like where are the police had passed?
Yeah. I mean, again, if this was an alien there, usually don't they use their cars for cover? So they would
Yeah,
have their doors open and they'd be, positioned behind the cars or
yeah.
something. There's nobody's like even whoever these people are or whatever that is, that 10-foot creature is. It's like nobody cares about them
You're like they're either in the car and are to engage, or they're all in the mall. They're all at the
buying
mall.
stuff.
Yeah, they're all at the mall buying. No, they're all at the mall, and this is a non-issue.
Right.
Like,
Which doesn't make
and
sense.
if this is an alien, then they passed it running to the mall. So it's very interesting though, because cops don't act like this, man. Cops don't act like
Yeah.
this. That's the
It's
odd
weird.
part. That's the odd part. There in all this footage that you know what? Can we go? No, I don't have the video up anymore. But the previous video,
Oh,
like when he
mhm.
zoomed out, there's no feds. There's no feds there. It's all cop cars.
All cop cars.
Yep. And you could see the group of people running away from the mall. Maybe in a possible maybe mall shooting scenario, you could have that kind of run. Yeah,
Reaction.
you could have
Mhm.
that. Um, and especially if you're doing fireworks near a mall, people will say it's gunshots, and then you have multiple. Hey, you'll have like 100 people say, "Hey, listen, I heard gunshots in the mall," and unfortunately, that's been a very unfortunate trend lately. Is gunshots at a mall. So it's like
Yeah.
maybe they just don't have. There's no finding out. They're like, okay, we've got like 100 confirmed, calls that there are gunshots at the mall. Everyone go. You know,
I mean, I get showing a show of force at a mall when it comes to that, but 200 cops.
that's nuts. That's nuts.
So
That's nuts. But then again, it is an open mall. It is an open mall. It's not like you have 3 points of entrances that you can cover. It's like wide open.
but I figure with 100 cops, you should be able to
Yeah.
get around that whole
Yeah.
mall easily, effectively enough to
Well, if a majority of cop
take care of
cars,
the
yeah,
target.
majority of cop cars carry two people, right? Two officers.
Mhm.
100 cop cars, 200 people. 200 cop cars, 400 people at the on the low point. So you're sending
Okay.
400 people.
So if you say that too, nobody's guarding the front of the building where the alien is. Nobody's guarding those, the front of the building where like I don't see any
No,
bodies there.
no, there's no, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I don't think this is necessarily an alien. I think it's mad weird. I think things need to be
Mhm.
answered. And I don't think,
Not on this
yeah,
podcast.
I just don't see it. I just don't, if it's an alien, there aren't enough suits there. There aren't enough
Mhm.
black cars. They're
Mhm.
usually the ones that call for backup, right? They're like, hey, listen, we need some cannon fodder. Send in the local PD, right? In
Right.
every movie,
We'll use them as
yeah, we
shields.
use them as shields. We'll send them in, but there was absolutely no Fed cars around that thing.
But I'll tell you what, this was on I saw it on CNN. I saw it on local
Nuts.
news. I mean,
Nuts.
it was all over the place for a few
That's
weeks,
nuts. I didn't
about a week
hear
or so.
anything about it, man. I didn't hear
Yeah.
anything about it. But I mean, but it just remember like that lady on the plane, right? Lady on the plane, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
TSA never acted like that. TSA doesn't act like that.
Right.
This is another one of those instances is like you get the police force acting in a way that we don't see.
It's unusual. I don't want to say it's very unusual, but it's a little unusual when it's an incident and then all the cops are there
Yeah.
at once.
And people are like, it would have been the headline on this, guys. Normally, if it's a shooting at the mall, shots reported, no, shots were reported at this mall. Big
Mm-hmm.
headlines, big headlines. They
Right.
run with that all the time.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah, no, because if it was a shooting, if there were shots fired, that would have been like the first thing that
yep,
you know.
yep. And then why wouldn't they be allowed to talk about it? You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Well, yeah, that's another thing that makes it very interesting is that no, I guess no law enforcement is saying anything about it. I haven't seen
so
anything about it.
so that's kind of nuts. And so
Oh well, wait. Let me take that back. There was one video of somebody claiming to be a police officer. He was in his gear and everything, saying, "No, there was no alien. It wasn't an alien. It was just some other incident, kids fighting or whatever."
yeah,
But I just feel like that's kind of like
kids fighting.
I
Like
don't buy
how
it.
many?
I don't
Is like a small army
right.
of them?
I don't buy it only because if kids are if there's a gang fight or whatever, and these aren't like you know it wasn't like Bloods and Crips or anything like that going at it where they had big
Yeah,
shootout.
it's not a turf war.
Yeah, right. So I don't buy that.
It's
I just don't. I don't
no,
buy it. I don't
because
buy it.
the one thing you do is get SWAT in. Like,
Right.
where's the
Right.
tank? Where's the people that do that? You know,
Right.
because you want a lot of those guys, and I know that there's multiple like SWAT operators, and hey, if this is it just nothing adds up with this. It's weird.
No,
I
it is weird.
This is
It's very weird.
like I'm telling you, this for me, this feels like more like a cover up of a
Something bigger.
something bigger. Something either they had a target and they tried to get the target, like a key head terrorist was.
Now, do you think it was well even with like a
They
terrorist, I would
wouldn't
think that
send the
SWAT.
yokels. They're not sending
Right.
the.
SWAT would have gone
You're
in.
not sending PD to go for whatever his
No,
name is,
they would have sent like two Black Hawks in there. They would have propelled down and gone in there and taken
and
them out.
then
And it would have been a big
yeah,
scene, but still, they
like
would have like done it. And,
hey,
you know,
aliens.
yeah, yeah,
Fucking aliens. But
crazy this time of year,
what?
isn't it?
They look they look like our Blackhawks. Weird. Weird.
Weird, yeah.
So,
Yeah, something like that. So it was some. I believe it was something. Maybe it wasn't aliens, but it was something.
but that's odd
And
though.
what that
It's
something
odd.
is, yeah,
It made
it's,
everyone run. It made
everybody
everyone
was getting out of there.
run. What the
Nobody wanted to be there.
because I mean it's just you can't say, oh, it was people heard shots and they run. Guys, not everyone runs when they hear shots.
No, no.
Not
Some people stand and watch.
yeah.
Some people call. Get on the phone.
Yep.
Some people take videos,
Yep.
and for whatever reason, some people that don't have firearms run towards it.
Yeah. And I'm just saying, like, not everyone in this country runs when they hear shots.
Right.
Like but everyone was running.
Everybody.
So that
Whatever was going
was
on, whatever
big.
made everybody panic and take off.
Was big.
I don't know what it was.
Was
It
big.
was big.
And no, there hasn't been any release, like official release of what happened at all.
I haven't seen anything. I
That's
haven't seen. I could be
nuts.
wrong, but I haven't seen anything.
That's nuts, man. Let me stand by, guys, because I'm just gonna do a quick. What would you even call this event? Florida.
I just the alien sighting at the Florida Mall.
No way. That's it. What was the mall called? Do you remember?
Bayside.
Bayside.
Bayside Mall. Yep.
News.
Crazy weather though, isn't it?
Yeah, right. um. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, dude, I missed this, man. No. They ruled out aliens as a possibility. NBC News said they ruled out aliens as a Who's talks like that? Oh, we've ruled out aliens as a possibility.
We thought about it. Nah, not aliens.
Definitely not aliens. Cause of what? Okay, it says on Monday, a group of roughly 50 teenagers caused a riot.
Oh, 50.
Yeah, teens were setting off fireworks, which led to a panic, and some assumed there was shooting. I don't know. For 50, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Still, that response,
Even for 50 kids
they're not
to have 200
they're not
cops.
dumping. They're not dumping the whole police force on that mall.
No.
Mm-mm.
I mean, crime is not taking the day off.
Yeah.
Especially at night, especially at like around 9 o'clock on
New Year's
in Miami.
and that
Yeah.
was it New Year's Eve or no New Year's?
No, it's New Year's
New
Day.
Year's Day. Yeah,
Yep.
Miami night scene. Yeah, crime is there. Miami needs a Batman. So like, but they're not showing up. They're not showing up like this, guaranteed, because it would have been very clear. The first patrol would have said, "Hey, listen, we have reports of shots fired. We need backup." They're not breaking out the whole squad.
Right.
That's the weird thing. So
it wasn't some cartel, you know.
now, what if the 50 people, the teenagers were actually fighting the freaking alien?
Oh,
What if they were trying to, and then shit happened,
and then the cop showed up.
Yeah,
And
you know, like
oh, speaking of that, okay. So here's another part to it. And I think it's kind of a stretch, and I'm not really on the fence because I kind of think it's bullshit.
okay,
So there was other people saying that a portal had opened up, and that's what caused people to start to panic and run. And that's where they got the fireworks or the firecrackers from. So they were saying that, I think they said two guys walked up to a red box or something, or some kind of some machine, and like we're pressing the buttons, and all of a sudden this portal opens up and something started to come out of it. And that's what freaked everybody out and started running.
see, hear me out. Out of all the things, that is probably the most feasible. Because see, that's terrifying.
It was Dr. Strange.
Absolutely terrifying. Yeah, was there a guy going like this?
He did his little.
Was there a guy doing like this?
It was Ned. He was like, "Show me Spidey. Where's Peter?
Yeah, wrong, Peter." Yeah. So okay, that's, I mean, portals possibly, but like, I'm
We're tapping into the multiverse.
I'm more in line with a port, because that's terrifying. A portal opening up, yeah, fucking get out. Nothing good ever comes out of a portal. Period. It's science. That's just science. Portal opens up, get out. Just get out. You know, you're not going to be the main character of that movie. Like, get out.
No, you're an extra.
Yeah.
You're one of the extras that don't get paid.
Yep. You are.
Or you get paid like $50 and a lunch.
Yeah.
So you're gonna die.
Yep. Especially if you're at a mall and a portal opens up, everyone's dying. Yeah, we've all seen that movie.
We've seen the movies before. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that to me, that's more believable than a fucking alien. Like, as crazy as that sounds, an alien, you're gonna have people like, yeah, that's recorded. What? You know, portal, get out of there. Get out of there. Get the fuck out of there.
Again, they said that they tried to record it, and nothing ever happened. There was a couple grainy videos of, I think they said, security cameras that caught a light like in the corner or something like that. There was another, I think it was like 2 videos of aliens. Now, Now the videos of the aliens that they show, I'm not with.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
So there's one where the traffic is stopped. Supposedly it's in Miami, and an alien's like in the middle of the street, and it's walking across the street. And then there's another one of I think it was two. No, it was one alien, and it was going down the sidewalk, right? You can see it. But the reason why I'm like, no, this is bullshit. It actually they look like the aliens from the movie Alien.
Like a xenomorph?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh no,
yeah.
we're
Uh huh.
fucked. Like
Yeah,
if you see a xenomorph and like granted something
yeah.
like xenomorph, we're all dead. We don't have
But
the
I mean,
technology to kill that thing.
it's. I mean, I don't. When I saw the video, I'm like, no, no, no. And people are like, oh, the guy. Oh no, look at this. He's walking across the street. First of all, like nobody's freaking out.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell me that this thing's like walking across the street, nobody's freaking out?
Yeah.
No, I'm already done.
Yeah.
Then this thing is going down the sidewalk, and everyone are like, "Oh, look, it's a xenomorph," and whatever. I'm like, dude, you're not gonna have this alien go down the
Yeah.
sidewalk
It
like it's
doesn't.
nothing, and it's a fake video.
And
To me, those are fake
and
videos.
how nice of the alien to stay on the sidewalk. How does it know?
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean?
Right,
Like, oh,
right. It didn't go out in
I
traffic.
might as well walk on the right, because oncoming goes on the
Right.
left. Let's be civil here, before
Not on the bike
yeah,
path.
not on the bike path. Don't litter either. You know what I mean? Like
Nope.
that's so yeah, okay, fine.
When it looks like that, I'm totally
When it
out.
looks
I'm
like something
no, I don't buy it.
exactly out of Hollywood, you're like, no,
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done with that.
I'm like, no, not
But
with it.
hey, it gives some sort of credence to like look into it. Because as far as right now, nothing has been divulged. Nothing has been said about it. And I didn't even know about this. And so I don't think there's enough feds for it to be alien. I think something bigger happened. I don't think it was a 50-person rumble because the cops have ways to deal with that. There's tear gas. If it's a riot, tear gas, show of force.
Yeah, come on.
Like in a riot, you don't surround the riot. You build a wall and push them away, right?
Okay, well, look. At what point does something like that happen and the cops don't like get all their gear on, get all their tactical gear on, and like rush in there and start spraying everybody with, the little pellets?
Yeah. No.
It doesn't kill you, but it like, little sandbag pellets or whatever that they hit you with, throwing some, tear gas, like you said. Come on, man. They're gonna want to
yeah,
do that.
and then hear me out on this. For a riot, they build a wall of police officers. They don't just run in with flashlights.
Right.
They're not just because there was one scene where they're just like looking with flashlights all around the park, and I'm like, or a park or mall, and I'm like, what's going on here? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's not a riot. So again, man, more questions than answers. But this is when law enforcement acts weird like this, something's up, and that we're not being told everything.
No, we never are.
No,
never are.
And I guarantee you it was something that we'll learn about in 50 years when it's unclassified. Like
yeah, I'm sure.
But hey, it's nuts. It's nuts. But hey, man, I thank you for letting me know about this because I didn't even know this even happened. I know Miami was popping off at one point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, everything happens in Miami.
Yeah, it does.
Cocaine, speedboats,
all of it.
Yeah, and aliens,
nuts,
xenomorphs, all that good stuff.
Yeah, xenomorphs. Why not? And bears. Oh my.
And bears.
Not one Ottoman.
No, I'm sure there's quite a few of them down there. Not the kind that we're talking about, though.
Yeah, man, nuts, man.
That's why I don't go to Miami.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good staying away from it.
Yeah,
but
all right, cool.
Yeah, man, that was awesome. But yes,
thanks for joining me.
Yeah, man. Dude, hey,
thank you.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming back. We're gonna try to do this more often.
Yep. Get the cobwebs off the gears, and we'll get
it. Yeah. I told you that we were like, you're like, come on, let's get back on. I'm like, all right, let's get back on it. I couldn't get into my computer. I John Wicked myself. Where I had like I couldn't find the code to get in. I was like, shit.
I had to break the concrete in the floor to get the password that's written on
Yeah, I was like,
the
oh
fortune
man.
cookie. Like back.
Right. Yeah. I'm like, oh man, how did I get in this thing?
Oh God.
Had to dust off the microphone and the
You
get the
had
cobwebs
to
off.
call your references from 5 years ago.
It's like, man,
I guess
how did I
I'm
get in there?
back.
Okay, well, we're back.
Yeah.
We're back, and we're
Man.
gonna do this again.
Yep,
So
definitely.
we got more stuff coming up. We got a couple things in the works. Should be interesting. And again, please leave a comment. We will get back to the comments. All 30 people that are listening
listen.
are actually subscribed. 2 people that probably listen.
Hey, it's for you two. That's why we do it. Not the band. Fuck
This is
the
why.
band.
Yeah,
Both of you out there.
we do it for both of you guys.
Yeah. We don't do it for you two. Fuck Bono.
Yeah, we don't do it for you two. We do it for you two that are listening.
Yes.
You also.
You also, correct.
You also.
Oh man.
But hey, thanks again, man. Appreciate it. Been fun.
Yep, always.
We got some more interesting topics coming up.
Can't wait. Another one in the bank, guys.
Another one in the bank. Yep. All right, man.
Later.
Until next time. Peace.